Hey, what's up? It's Matt with Flight Sim Guides. We're going to look at 3 different flight sim yokes that you could use. We're going to find out which one I think is the best. We're going to find out which one's going to save you the most money. And let's see which one I end up going for. What do you think? Which one do you think it's going to be? Put it down in the comments. Let's take a look and go at it, man. Oh, by the way, that's the airplane. That's the tail of the RV-10 over here, wherever it's at. I can't stare at myself in the camera and point apparently, but that's the tail of the RV-10 coming along. So let's look at the Yokes though. That's what we're here for. All right, so the 3 that we have is the Yoko, the Yoko Plus. I think it's Yoko Plus here. And then we also have the LG Flight Yoke system, which this also comes with the throttle quadrant as well and connects right into the backside of this, I believe. And then there's also this one. This is our most recent one, which is the Honeycomb Alpha Yoke flight controls. Okay, that's actually on the flight. That's actually right here. Okay, so we're gonna look at these. I'm gonna come and kind of give you my thoughts. When I first started building my flight simulator, I had this one. This was actually one of the first pieces of flight control, anything that was not flight sim related. It was this. This was the first thing that I had. Hey, Future Matt here, working on editing this thing. So I actually originally picked this Yoke up for my father-in-law, and he is a flight simmer as well, and a pilot. Shout out to Dad, what's going on out there? So picked it up for him. He actually gets more into the joysticks. I don't know if it was up his alley, but that was what really got me into doing flight sims and thinking about it and going, you know what? I should make my own flight sim. So that's the origin story of the original flight simulator, if you ever wondered about it. But this is really cool. It's got the timer on the front of it, so you can do instrument flights. It actually is, I think it works just as well as the other two for the most part for the best price. I think this is $169-ish, and it comes with the throttle quadrant. That's LG, or it's also, I've heard it called StarTech as well. And you've got the coolie hat, you've got your trim. You can use this for trim, elevator trim, aileron trim. It's got push to talk on the back side here. It's got like a middle detent, a left, and a right detent. On X-Plane, that defaults to being able to kind of glance left or glance right if you're flying with your right hand on the yoke. And it's actually kind of helpful, to be honest, but you can, of course, set that to whatever you want. You can map that to whatever you want. So overall, I'd say that this is pretty good. There's also a push to talk here on the back side there. And overall, I looking back, this was pretty good. This was a really good start to the flight simming journey. Nothing wrong there. So let's back up and look at this. So the Yoko. This is the one I thought I was going to choose. The Yoko Plus. This is more expensive. I went from like bottom of the line to top of the line. Okay, this is not force feedback. None of these are force feedback, but they all are center spring. This is not mounted down, but there's a spring in here in every one of these. So this one's got a stronger one. This is very stable. This is like going from a Cessna 152 loosey-goosey to a Piper Meridian and just having like a lot of stability. This thing feels solid in your hand. Same things are going to be on here. Your coolie hats, your trims, aileron trims. It says autopilot disengage on the back there, but you can map that to whatever you want. Same thing on this side. Probably depending on where you get it from. This is where things started to not make sense for me. You could find this around $700 to around $1,200, okay? When you pull on it, this thing's heavy. This thing's durable. You could throw this at an intruder. It is crazy heavy, so, but you'll still want to clamp it down. Otherwise it's gonna, kind of move around on you. You don't want that. Same thing with this. This thing's light as a feather. That thing goes everywhere. This is like Fisher Price and not Fisher Price. It's whatever is really nice. If you like the best of the best, get that, okay? Let's look at this. Guys, this is the one that completely surprised me. Let's actually go over here because the yoke is actually right here. So let's look at this. I've talked about this recently in some of my videos. This has a switch panel built into here. This is plug and play in X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's got all the light switches down here. You've got the ignition switch down here. Again, same thing over here, push to talks. Switches over here, you can map these however you want. Aileron trims, elevator trims. This is pretty decent. This one doesn't have as much freedom of travel, in my opinion. Like, I can't pull back like a long ways on this like I could with both of those. I think you could pull back further. There's a lot more metal to come out here. So let me see how much I could pull on either one of these. I don't know if I can do this while I'm holding on to. Yeah, this doesn't seem like all that much. This one, let's see. You know what? Maybe these are about the same, actually. Maybe I'm just making stuff up in my head. I think they're actually pretty close to the same. I like the way that this feels. It's like a silicone rubbery kind of thing, and it just kind of feels, feels good in the hand. I don't know what else to say about that. So all three of these, you can trim every one of these out. And kind of, so as you're taking force off of this, you know, taking your two fingers off while you're trimming the aircraft, you can actually get this thing trimmed up so that you're flying with just two fingers and you're not like putting a lot of back pressure, a lot of forward pressure. Same thing with each one of these. They all work that way. So the one thing that I've learned as time goes on, the less USB cables you have going to your computer, the kind of nicer and more cable management level it gets. So if I had to do this all over again, I think I'd go with the Honeycomb. I actually really like this. If you're just playing around, I would go straight to Amazon and start testing with this. You get the throttle quadrant. Every one of these, all three of these, act the same exact way in the flight simulator as far as landing flare, trimming each one of them out. The only difference is this. If you like the best of the best, and you got to have the best of everything, like me, guess what? That's how I ended up with an RV10, first of all. It's the best that Vans offers right now. If you want the best feeling, if you want to show up to your friends, you want to keep up with the Joneses, get that. If you're just like, I got a modest thing going on, and I just want, this thing to do some basic stuff, I think that you could go with that. This is the best of both worlds, guys. You don't need a separate switch panel, and I think that the way that it functions, everything that it does, and it just seems like a really good medium purchase. So you're going to save money and get more. You can't really go wrong. They're all plug and play compatible. Best, I think, the most bang for the buck with this right here. It's up to you. You guys do what you want. If you guys choose to pick up one of these or one of these, I'll leave the links down in the description for like Amazon or Flight Velocity. You guys can go there, pick these up. I do get I will get a small commission off of one of those, depending on where you pick it up from. So, all right, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Guys, I gotta know, what are you guys flying with right now? And would you switch to something different after watching this video? I gotta know. I'll see you guys in another video. I'll talk to you guys soon.